YouTube. We are actually gonna go take a look at the Christmas lights because some of these Christmas lights are actually up. So super cool. We're gonna go down that way and see how many we can spot. I know there's at least 2 houses that should have lights, but there might be more. So let's go forward. You can sort of see like from here what I'm talking about. I know it's like super early for Christmas lights because it's in November, but it's maybe this is the middle of November because isn't like the second set of 2 weeks, so like the third week kind of the middle of a month. I don't know, it's whatever like people fucking, I guess it's up to personal discretion on that. I don't think anybody's gonna be like the middle of the month is on this date. They're just like 2 weeks and 2 weeks because there's 4 weeks, 30 days, and so it'd be about half. So yeah, although would that not be just like 15 days? So yeah, like 2 weeks. So yeah. Eventually I'll do more long form content where you can like see me. I may even do some stuff with friends. I don't know. I know Kayla does more like stuff of her face. I just haven't gotten out recently and haven't done stuff. We're in the process of transitioning the changing of the guards for driving, if you know, you know. But that's not really something for me to talk about, you know. No. And I would have gotten out more tonight, like just out in the dark, because I usually call Kayla, but I was busy inside watching a movie. I was watching The Sound of Music with my dad and my stepmom, which if you've watched that, you know, good movie, good musicals. Roger and Hammerstein did good musicals. So we've got like in the corner there, those like blinking lights, which is what I thought was it. But now we've got these people's full lights. So yeah, we'll get to see some lights. Like you can, real quick, you can sort of tell like nobody else has done anything, kind of boring. And then, like I said, it is middle of November. But this is when people kind of start to put out lights. So we might get a little stroll down Lights Lane here. There's a bigger street filled with lights in December in St. Louis. If I go down at any point then when there's lights and stuff, I will absolutely cop a video of that. But I don't know when I'm gonna go back down to St. Louis. I mean, obviously I will go to see my mom, but I have to have a way to get down there. So, and then still get back up here because obviously I now live in Georgia, but I did used to live in St. Louis, so I'm not like unfamiliar with St. Louis. I just don't live there. Oh yeah, we got at least 2 houses. So we got 3 technically if you count these people, but it's minimal. It's cute though. Don't let it disturb you. These people went wapapa, and then the other people. I like the trees on the lights of the other house though. So you know, it is quite festive. So here's this. Let me like do a little walk by lighting for you, so you can sort of finna catch it. I'm sure there will be more, so we'll do this more than once, obviously. But you know, different commentary, different times. You never know what you'll see exactly and what you'll hear and what'll happen and who will be out. So yeah, we got a boring house in the middle of the 2 lighted houses. So is that a grumpy cat? No, it's a Stitch. My dad and stepmom like Stitch. My mom likes Stitch too. She learned the line. So we got my dad, not the papa, it's Grinch, and then we got a Stitch and another Christmas Stitch and lights, and then a tree. And I like, you can't fully tell here, it looks like lighter and like more pastel, but I love when they do like the greens and the purples and the blue and they're like really freaking bright. I don't know, I like circus core. Oh, they got a flamingo. If you look, a flamingo, and then an octopus too, and a disco ball. No, that's a fancy bird. You know what I mean? Peacock. And like I said, those fun lights. But yeah, an octopus, a flamingo, and a peacock. They said, "Let's go." We're about to see another house, so technically there's like 3, but this one's again more basic. Technically 4, but 2 of them are more basic, you know. So these are my long form content around Georgia. I plan to do more around various parts of Georgia and like various areas around where I'm from, Valdosta, Georgia, and other areas. Also, when I go back to Florida, I'll have more content. We're going to try to go to Nashville. I guess I'll get, you know, stuff around St. Louis too. Somebody's got a welcome home Jerry sign, so welcome home Jerry. I don't know. The man, the myth, the legend. Well, go the man, the myth, and the legend, Jerry. Woo! I don't actually know who or what that's for. So, yeah. We gotta do a crop of the walk on the ground here for a second because I'm not videotaping their car. If you know, you know. The Popo is okay with us, but like, I ain't trying to cop a gooch. That's all I'm saying. Habanero. But yeah, we're about to come up on these other lights. Like I said, some people did do lights, but they're just a little bit like not as bright, little subtle. But that's okay. I mean, it's also November, so the fact that anybody did lights is crazy. Also, they did them fast for how like fast they put them up and how fast they took down their Halloween lights because they had full decorations. The ones with the skeletons and the long flamingos had like full tapestry of decorations up. So, whoop-ah! Here you go. They've obviously got lights on their tree, which are more of like a champagne-y color, which I kind of like. They're more white here, which I don't hate, but I personally like the champagne-y color wave for these type of lights, but I also like white. I just don't like straight, like, really dark, bright gold, but neither does Mom. Now, these people, they got a little, like, a reef on their door, so they you know, reef in it if you look like reefage. I don't think that's exactly what you say because it sounds like reefer, but I swear to God, they don't have a reef made of reefer. Although that would be funny as hell, and I feel like that's something Kayla would put up. Just like having her front door have a reef made of reefer. That would be funny. But no, I'm just gonna like show you to the end of here because I don't think there's any other lights after this, but I wasn't, it smells like incense. I wasn't expecting more than just that house anyway, so super cool. So yeah, you know. Oh, sorry, I almost tripped. In the slides. This house is just like very fall decor. If you look, they said Thanksgiving. It's giving Pilgrim. You know, like a 90s fall catalog, but like, yeah. So yeah. You had to hear that, sorry. Lots of people have a lot of like plants and stuff. I should probably do this during the day so you can like really see it, but you get a good nighttime view again, so there's that. It looks like they have lights, but they just have like Gardanza lights or whatever those things are fuck-ass called. I don't know. This is why our videos aren't for children, because I'd be just like straight cussing and shit, literally. Like, but that's just who I am. A sailor on the great shitty seas. That was a tongue twister, bro. A tongue beater. Whoop, whoop. So yeah, so lots of lights. Excuse me. But yeah, I don't think we'll see any more lights. You might see lights like colored lights inside people's houses because a couple of houses here do have colored lights and shit. They just like the inside of the house glows purple or glows green, you know, so it's like super weird. You can get some light. That's probably a planet because it could be seen on my camera, so it's probably not just regular old stars. Because I don't think if you look up here that you can really, oh, you kind of can. Hot dingle beans. Well, you know, sometimes you get a whole observatory. In our comments below, not that anybody's commented yet, but if you want to, comment where we should go else in Florida in different states and what we should see in Nashville when we go coming up here potentially in April, because that's when my birthday is. Yep. April 23rd, 1996. I'm an old lady. Not like super old, but I like to say I'm old, so. You know, magical moment. Straight from the Depperdoodles at Disneyland. So, yeah. I still gotta catch up on the content Kayla posted too, so. She watched mine, I watch hers. It's a straight duo. Not a trio, not a... just a duo. I know y'all just got that on camera. Like... And so she heated my business. So, we're home.